squad from the ACC, the UCLA Bruins, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Canes will kick it away to start us off. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bruins offense will get first crack at it here. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names. You know, brand versus brand. Big-time baller versus big-time baller. Trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them today. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
And the Bruins in a good spot here with second and short. Back to pass. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody dug their heel on the ground, are able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
They booted away. And the offense has a long field in front of them as the ball is marked down at the 10. So Miami's offense will go to work for the first time. Looking downfield on first down. That's caught. It's Moore. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29.
Well, what's the point in waiting? Why not get one of your best players involved in the game right off the bat? They take a shot, their big target outside, shows off his athletic ability, and right away this offense is hung.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Backed up now, here's second and long. Wants to go up top. Quick strike complete.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You can tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. Oh, a big decision here early as they leave the offense on the field in their own territory. They converts on fourth down, still going. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. And the Hurricanes are rolling down the field. Wants to throw on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Moore. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10. And the Canes come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on first down. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. After losing a couple of yards, it's now second and 12 as they try to keep this drive moving. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, no secret, this guy was a big part of their key to success. Already 2 catches on the opening drive, and they go back to him again. This time the defense is in better position, and they force the incompletion.
just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a first and goal.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more.
Touchdown, Hurricane! Fit it in the window for the score.
And this QB starting to do some work, man. The big explosive play in the passing game. You get inside the 10, you're thinking run. Everybody thinking run. You back it up with another pass, another great throw, and quickly this offense gets right to the end zone.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. They'll start this drive going to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Chambers. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. The Bruins can really attack on this second and short. Looking to fire. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
I think a lot of fans were hoping that this offense maybe made some adjustments considering how much they struggled the last time they took the field. And early in this first quarter, it still seems like they're trying to iron some things out, just not clicking the way they need to be.
Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Wide receiver comes in motion. On the ground, it's Amatova. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And not great blocking up front. They're struggling to get the running game going. And tell you what, they got to find something. Last week it was a bad performance, and this offense has got to get some momentum early in this game and find something that they do really, really well and someone they can count on.
So it's 3rd and long, and this quarterback right now has got to be expecting pressure. So you want to know where your hot routes are. You got to know where your best one-on-one matchup is. But understand this. In the first half, if the defense gets you, tip of the cap, you can take a sack. Punting the football at this stage of the game is okay.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Bruins decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He makes the fair catch at his own 8-yard line, and that might have kept him from being backed up even further. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Looking to throw on first down. Trying to get behind the defense. He's got it. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. Looking to throw on first down. He's got it at the 30. Oh, a lot of space. They finally get him on the ground, but that's the kind of play that will carry momentum into the second quarter. We've reached the break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. He wants to throw it. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Canes! Quick strike through the air for the score.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he tacks on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Off the RPO, complete. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Bruins in the hurry up.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Working that left side now. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. 3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. He's run out of bounds and didn't gain an inch on the play. And the Bruins send out the punt unit. Nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. That is coverage just the way they designed it, and they've got him backed up. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Pulls it in. It's Moore. Turning it on. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a 1st down. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the 1st half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
On target to the left. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Unloads to the wideout. Pulls it in. And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the 1st down. The Hurricanes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Just keep slinging it. Caught over the middle. It's Moore. Ball down, but he has enough to move the chains. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Down to the 16-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Fires to the wideout. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Line gets set, 1st down. From the gun. Got a man, it's Moore. He's guided out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 6-yard line, and this defense has to be reeling. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front.
Touchdown, Miami! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
I love the quick decision that QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Pulls it in. It's Tamatova. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Using the quick game. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The Bruins come to the line in the hurry-up. Second down, they'll go to the air. Looking down the middle. It's caught. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line?
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right. And maybe... And he's going to score. Touchdown, UCLA!
And this defense, just a little bit of a letdown right before the half. Been controlling this football game, been dominating this football game, giving up points, got to go into half, get it buckled back down, get that intensity cranked back up.
He'll try to tack on one more. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense.
He wants to go deep. Reels it in down the left side. Finds some room. Touchdown, Hurricane. Once he got some room, it was over.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
Getting set for the point after. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Boys, you never quite know what to expect there on South Beach, and we've had a lively first half. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true three-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball. He is a problem, and I don't think this defense has the solution. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Hard Rock Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. And the Bruins will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. Looking downfield on first down. Going for it all. Pulls it in on the left. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. That kind of play is just vintage Hurricane receiver play.
I mean, big-time playmakers on the outside. The list is long for Miami, but finding those elite speedsters down in the state of Florida, it's not a hard job.
He'll pick up a few before being knocked out of bounds at the 31.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time they let him get out of bounds.
He wants to change this route. Going to swing it on second down. Looking to the big tight end. Soft spot in the middle. Right on the money with that throw. The defense was there, but they're in the red zone with a first down at the 12. The Canes have it with a 1st and 10. He's got it on the run. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
I like the decision by the quarterback there, because it's 3rd and short. You're in field goal range. Can't take a sack and knock yourself out of that field goal range, and you certainly don't want to force the football into traffic, risking an interception. Throw it away. Now you can kick the field goal if you want to.
Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he'll work his way out across the 10 to about the 12. The Bruins headed quickly to the line.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. To the ground to try to move the chains. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. And the Bruins will punt this one away. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. punt team able to smack him to the ground. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10.
And this quarterback now is throwing for almost 450 yards. That is a lot of throws. That's a lot of success, just chewing up yards left and right. Have a day, young fella.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Here's the pressure. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit.
I love the play call there, too, because 2nd and short, defense is thinking you might run it. So you try to catch him off guard with the pass. Nothing there. Even if you throw an incompletion, you're going to have a chance to run it the very next play, but doesn't matter. This guy's just so athletic himself.
He's got it inside the 15. Touchdown, Canes. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. They'll start this drive with a pass. Got it behind the line. It's Amatola. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. Bringing the heat. Finding open areas. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a 1st down as they mark it at the 40.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Reads it, fires complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Off the bootleg and rolling out. Makes the grab. There he goes. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They go back to work in the final period of this one. From the gun, the ground game. Strikes first, delivers the punch, and works his way to the 31.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Well, they pick up the 1st against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't.
And it's picked off at the goal line. That's one way to make a stop. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. Just a little too much there, a little too handsy, and they nabbed them for the defensive holding penalty. The Bruins will line it up on 1st and 10. Come on, set. They'll run it from the gun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
Here's a heat. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down.
You see an incompletion there. I think a big reason why this team is in such a hole right now in the 4th quarter is they have just not been able to find the explosive plays throwing the ball. And you got to wonder at this point, is it too little too late?
Lets it fly. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Bruins.
Yeah, nice pitch, nice catch. And listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like, we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to. And this offense is struggling. You're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
The deficit is huge. This one is all but over. They'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Quarterback empties his backfield. Makes the grab on the left. Open space at the 25. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch. Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. Wants to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Hey, listen, as a receiver, you're running that hitch route against man coverage. You can't loaf on it, right? I know it's just a little short throw, but you've got to make the defender think you might be going deep. So a nice job not just taking...
And he's got it! Touchdown, Miami! They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
UCLA 14.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UCLA will go back to work on offense. To the air on 1st down. And the Bruins with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Under fire. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And man, this offense just keeps trying to find something to go well. They're down so big. There's still time on the clock. Maybe they can put something together, but so far today, this has been ugly.
And the deflection on 3rd down. How big is that? Forces a 4th down. The Bruins will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And they'll down this punt just inside the 40-yard line. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute well.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
He steps out of bounds after a huge play, but hang on just a second. Defense might get bailed out here by a flag. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Finds his big tight end. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack.
That's really nice catch by the big tight end. Throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Looking to throw on 1st down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Makes the grab on the big throw. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line. That big play has them in business. 1st and 10 inside the 20. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. He's got it on the move. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. They've really got this offense humming. Just the 4th play of the drive, and it's 1st and goal. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. And the Canes have it with a 1st and goal. Wants to throw again. Trying to find the end zone. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. And the Hurricanes want to move quickly. They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. Knocked away, incomplete, and quarters get tight in the red zone.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know a lot's went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
They want to throw it. Looking for the goal line. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added their total.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. I feel like we say this week in and week out. Just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, a couple of Mountain West teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. UNLV is on top, but it's not like Randall Cunningham is playing quarterback today, which is why they can't pull away. They're up by 7 over Air Force. We've got our finger on the pulse of everything in the Mountain West and all around college football. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw on 1st down. Complete to the right. Oh, he's got some space. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain. After ripping off a big chunk of yardage, you figure they're going to go right back after him. 1st and 10 from the 31. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Makes the pass. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Fires deep toward the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got room on the return. He's inside the 40, the 20. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Hurricane. They extend this 4th quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one, but I do think this coaching staff, David, really has to be honest with themselves and rethink what schemes are working and not working and which guys maybe need to get more touches in this offense.
Well, I think I like the trash option as well because it's been hot trash. This has been a bad day. Offense, defense, giving up a ton of points, not scoring near enough. So it's been a bad day you're going to want to forget.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
They get the timeout called with 7 seconds left on the clock.
Timeout, Miami.
And the Bruins have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Lofts one deep down the right side. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about.